So hopefully you're in the full grind of your team of the year, and we've got a lot of SBCs that we need to talk about. There's some hefty prices coming in, and we've got a question: should you complete any of them, all of them, most of them? So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics, and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the icons as always, as they tend to be a little bit more expensive. In Team of the Year's case, there's a lot of expense everywhere, to be honest. So, and also just as kind of like a preface in case you do want to click off, Mbappe is meant to be coming as an SBC for Player of the Month. It's a shoe-in win, but it still could not happen as well. So maybe you want to hold on to some fodder. That is always to kind of put into mind. If you've not got his Team of the Year, which I can imagine 99% of everybody doesn't, but if you did want to go for that, then there is that to kind of keep your fodder in check as such. We'll kind of speak about that in a little bit anyway. So icons, we have got a fair few still. We've got a lot of kind of like the bog standard still now. And to be honest, even in the SBC storage now, I'd probably say not to complete a lot of them. Now, it's going to be an easy one for the first few. I personally would say no to Shevchenko, no to Perez, no to Lotta, and I'd probably even say none to Jarzinho as well. Mainly because the Team of the Year blueprint, if you did complete it, is better than Jarzinho. Maybe not in every single stat, but the triple play star plus the 94 rated card is outrageously good for the price that you're paying, whereas Jarzinho's coming in at what, 2.2 mil. I just can't justify spending that much on a card that will be upgraded in the very near future. Now, obviously with Vieira, another massive one that if you've not started just yet, has had a big bombshell written. So if you basically go into SBCs, yesterday we got something called the Icon Evolution Upgrade. This gives you a very special evolution as such for any icon below 88, and that is base icon as well. It's not based around winter wildcards that are 88 or anything like that. It is just these players right here, and obviously Vieira's in it. Now, I'm not saying that he's better than the version that we've got there, but in terms of the upgrade that we've got, he's not that far off, if not in some areas is a little bit better. So I personally would say you've always got to watch out for that. And obviously we've got the 4-3 on the Thunderstruck. We do get the 4-4 from him here. So if you have got a Patrick already there, you'd already be questioning, should I upgrade that SBC anyway? But I'd actually say right now, I'd probably say leave him out. Just because of that upgrade, I'd more than rather go and do the 88 icon pick and try and get a Vieira that way. I was very, very fortunate with the mass grinding that we were doing with the previous icon upgrade to get that 90 Vieira. He seemed to be quite a heavy drop rate. I saw Pieface get him as well. So it does seem to be in quite a lot of them picks. Whether you've got him or not is always the question. Which then leads us pretty much to the new ones. We've obviously got a Ronaldinho and a Casillas that was relatively near at the start of the kind of grind for Team of the Year. When it comes to Ronaldinho, again, unfortunately for me, as much as he is one of, if not one of my favourite best players ever, 2.8 mil is just not the way for me. I think that's far too expensive for what he brings with the attacking Avalanche Evo, with all of the Evos, in fact, that we have got. Even if they're not quite on his level, I personally would say a miss out on him as well. 2.8 mil worth of fodder. It may not seem like a crazy amount during Team of the Year where you're opening up consistent packs constantly. I think that is going to be a big waste in my opinion, unless he is like a key in your squad. Like that is the one person, he won't leave your squad for the rest of the year until you get another upgrade. Then fair enough, that 100% go for it. But that is very circumstantial rather than the masses completing him. Casillas onto some good news for icons, I think is a fantastic option. The double play star plus for him, how cheap he is at 350. If you're looking for a brand new goalkeeper, I'd say he was pretty decent. We've done his loan. I haven't quite got around to finishing his big SBC as we have done Kev. So he was kind of the main focus at this point. But I must admit, Casillas, from what I'm seeing on a few different reviews for him, and then obviously playing him in this weekend league, he did a decent job. I still am kind of more leaning towards Courtois or even Martinez as the team of the year goalie. But as a player that I can actually get, I would say he's a solid keeper option. Which leads us to the more recent ones. We have got Bale at 2.5, we got a Bale at 1 million, and we've got 2.2 on Matthias. Now, Bale's probably the one I would say is a very nice upgrade to his card. Obviously, he had an 88. That again can do the exact same as what Patrick can. We can get, we've clicked back onto that one. If we click here, we go to the Iconic Rise. There's a bit of an upgrade still with the 92. Obviously, the double play star plus of the Acrobatic. If you're really that bothered about that play star plus, obviously is an option. They can play the same positions, bar from left wing there. I think, can these play left wing? He can play left wing there as well. So it's not necessarily that kind of out of the question. The only thing really that you've got different is the fact that he has got a lot more roll plus pluses if you wanted to spread where he wants to go. So I personally think Bale, if you've got the option, is a very, very good card that you can go with. A Bale, little bit cheaper, which is nice. We like the million coin SBCs now. It seems to be everything above 2. Incisive pass, tiki-taka, lovely upgrade from a 92. 4s and 2s across the board as always. And she is obviously a 4-star, 5-star, which again, I'll absolutely take. As a midfielder, absolutely solid. I think when you come in at value, she's a very, very good midfielder. And we've got to kind of take into the consideration all of the free cards that we've got from a Bellingham 89 or choosing Bon Mati. We've got Zidane as an SBC. As a free Evo card that we got for the era. Then you've got the likes of Kev, Kimmich. You've got Vieira in the middle as well that you could have done by now. Plus anybody that you might have packed. I would say for me, if you are still looking for a midfielder, she's a solid option. I would go completely decent value for her. Which leaves us with Matthias, 92 rated. Obviously, he's been out a little bit before as well. It's coming in at 2.25. Bit expensive. He is 1.85 on the market at the moment, but you don't have to pay for that, which is nice. Doesn't have any upgrade on the Iconic Rise as he is a 90 on his base. It's a solid card. Matthias is always going to be solid. He's got the power shot. I would have liked to have seen a double play star plus if they were going to give him a team of the year icon, but it is just a re-release of the previous. Now, he is fantastic, obviously. It's Matthias. Him, Vieira, all of them are brilliant in what they can do. But that being said, I personally would say it's just that bit expensive again. Because really, if I start saying you should go do Vieira, you should go do Matthias, Bale's there as well, that's 6.5 to 7 million coins worth of SBC you can do. I just think there's very few that I would go for. The fact that Bale, you can't get him in an upgrade pack. Bale, the exact same. Casillas, the same. Pretty much most of them, Ronaldinho, Lotta, Jairzinho, Vieira, and Matthias can all be got in the icon player picks. The upgrades that you get that do give you icons in like the Thunderstruck Gamble SBCs, they can be got in them. So I personally would rather not put my follow. Like say if I did half of Vieira at the start of Team of the Year, I then go and pack him. Unfortunately, I've then just wasted all of that fodder. So I normally go and stick with the rule of if you can't get them in the upgrade pack, unless they are like R9 or Pele, literally just don't bother doing them. And especially like Ronaldinho, he's one of the top ones, unless he's really expensive, like crazy expensive as well. That then moves us on to the normal players. So let's have a quick look over them. We are kind of going through a little bit of a less SBCs. They're going really heavy on the big SBCs, and I can imagine over the course after Team of the Year we will get some very small hits, kind of 100k here, 200k there, because we're not getting any of the exchanges, which is a bit unfortunate. Bellingham's coming in straight away. He was an easy one from the beginning. He's a no. He's an absolute no. When we look at the likes of Gakpo and Lundberg, I am still thinking SBC storage Evo level, because obviously it is a fantastic one you can go with. And in the future, an Isaac right now with the Trivela Plus, you look at that card and think you're like 1 or 2 Evos away from being a very, very nice card. Obviously, he's got his 89. It's not that big of an upgrade. It's just got it's just got a bigger playstyle plus. Go away with these ads. 76k, I mean, it's an easy one. And most of the player of the months are pretty much on that same boat. We look at the likes of Wirtz at 57, Dybala at 89. These are potential Evos later on down the line as well. We then have 21k, even Coman at this point. It's a solid value. If he gets an upgrade, fantastic. We then look at Ljungberg at 109. He's probably one of the ones I'm thinking a little bit over the budget compared to what I think he could be upgraded to, but he still could be nice. I think for me, Coman would be the better shout there. So I think if I was going just straight through it, I think Ljungberg would be a lower one. I think Gakpo, and then we look at Coman as the decent values. With how little price they are, I personally would go with them 4 in the SBC storage, because realistically, if you're looking at 21 to 50 to maybe even 70k, that is just going to be full of 83s, 4s that you're just going to get every single day, which kind of leads us into some of the big ones. Jaap Stam, big one. Now, he has had so much interest in general because he's one of the better centre-backs that you can get. But the problem is now is not only is he a fantastic card in himself, he's coming in at what, 917, it's a solid value for him, but his 87 has had a massive breakthrough. Not only could you have made him into a 92 Evo star with Bruiser and Anticipate, you could have even just gone with, if I can find the right Evo builder, you could have just gone with something like Start Your Engine and just absolutely whacked up that composure to 99. The passing's gone up. You go and whack a Shadow or an Engine on him. If you went, not an Engine, an Anchor, or obviously a Shadow, that is a pretty sensational card. Now, yes, he's going to have a little bit less on some of the stats. Obviously, his defending goes up by 2. His physicality goes up by 1. And to be honest, even his pace goes down by 1. That, for me, is a big one where I'd say, actually, I'd probably go and do the hero picks and try and get myself a Jaap Stam. Again, I was very lucky in 2 of them to get him and put him straight into that Start Your Engine, because most definitely that is the version I want. He's 89 rated still. The only thing you miss out on is not getting the dynamic. Which leads us into the Team of the Year SBC, some of the best and brightest in this time. We have a Harry Kane coming in at 522. Finesse shot, first touch, love it. Foden, 1.4 million. Massive cost on him. He's got technical and Trivela. We have 300k for Martinez at finesse and relentless. Cancelo with the rapid and intercept at 150, solid value. You then have Salma with quick step and Trivela at 600. Marquinhos 350 for intercept. You have Kimmich, unbelievable, at 1.6 with long ball pass and anticipate. And big old Kev, 2.5 with incisive and ping pass. Straight off the bat, Kev for me is an absolute must. He is outrageously good in this game. He is a hefty price, and I think for me the 2 are Bale and Kev. I do like these, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you do them it's the wrong option. It's just personally for me with Kev and Bale, I think if you're going to pick 2 of the very, very heavy SBCs, they are incredible. Let alone, I would say Kimmich goes there as well at 1.6. Unbelievable CDM, very much kind of your Vieira-esque. The stats have been upgraded. It's got a lovely double play style plus. He is absolutely worth every penny. I would say Marquinhos at decent value, as we've got a lot of centre-backs from the Team of the Year Evo to Kanate 91. Still got Virgil at gold coming in, and many others, even the Start Your Engines with Jaap Stam. There's so many options you can go with. He's going to be one that maybe needs another Evo for a double to be able to be put into the team, but I don't think he's a bad card as such. Martinez will be the same. I think Salma, to be honest, with the upgrades that she could get in the future, having the double play style plus already, I think she is one that you definitely need to be looking at. I think Cancelo comes in at cracking value. Again, we've had some very nice upgrades for your left backs and right backs. I believe Walker, Teo, Mendy, and whoever I'm thinking else at right back all can hit into that 89 rated now as well. Obviously, he does have the double play style plus, which is always nice, but there is them options if you wanted. We have Foden and Kane. Now, Kane obviously coming in with his lovely finesse and first touch. I think he's a wonderful striker for 500. I mean, he's flirting with the must complete and decent value. I think if you are very prone to using a Kane, 100%. He's going to be a fantastic upgrade. I'm personally not one of them players. I like my winger play. I like a solid striker, an Mbappe, a CR7 who is just quite different to how you play with Kane. But I think as a shooter, as a goal scorer, Kane is absolutely outrageous. And Foden. Now, I know a lot of people like him, and I think he's a solid card. I just think 1.4 is just that little bit too much for me. In a cam roll, I mean, yes, 100%. Would I go decent value? I mean, Kimmich is 1.6. I would say I would teeter across that one, to be honest. I mean, you've got the 88. I don't think he's had any evolutions at the minute anyway, but we've got 7s and 6s across the board. He's obviously got the 4-star, which I think in any evolution you get for his 88 is going to be going up there anyway. I just think that there's an evolution coming that will give you an 88 up to an 89 or a 90 with some solid stats. So I think for me, I'm going to stand on my ground with this one. I'm going to say I don't complete. And I mean, 100%, like I say, if you've already done him, then it's not a dig to say don't do him. I just think with the upgrade that he's got, I personally think there's going to be an upgrade that puts him near to that level very, very soon. I don't know. I've not got any leaks on that, but I just can see it. And I think 1.4 mil for a player that is in a position that we've got a lot. Right wing, the team of the year blueprint. I personally did Yamal. Is better compared to spending another 1.4. I've got then Bellingham as a cam with incisive. I would prefer. I've got Zidane with an incisive. I would prefer. And then I've got Kev with the incisive. As you can imagine, my cams like the incisive. I get that he's got the Trivela. He could be more of an attacking threat rather than a passing, but that's where my midfield goes a little bit different. So let me know down below, what are you completing right now? Are you finding it difficult? Do you need any guides to be able to go through and get the rest of an SBC or SBCs completed before Team of the Year does end? We should get some upgrades tonight. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.